Malik, amidst what's been clearly a difficult season in terms of the team and wins and losses, I think your play is seen as a bright spot within that, and just wondered how the conversation went with Rob and how this season might impact what you want in your career moving forward, and how much that would might involve the Lakers.
Oh yeah, me and like I said before, man, Rob and Frank was the first people that called me as soon as free agency hit, and they told me this exact picture that happened this year of how they see me playing, and it worked out perfect with that aspect. So I just thank them guys for that. But yeah, I love being here, man. I love playing under this atmosphere, and of course, would love to come back and not do this again.
Presumably, you'd like to win more.
Yeah, exactly.
Dan.
Malik, along those lines, I mean, you were pretty honest about it. Was it conflicting inside? I mean, here you are having probably the best year of your NBA career.
Not probably.
Definitely the best year of your NBA career.
Mm-hmm.
Looking comfortable and all this stuff. But at the same time, the team was struggling and you were wearing that hard too. How did you kind of sort through all of those complicated feelings, I guess, throughout the year?
Just knowing that I had an organization behind me, man, that made me comfortable, way more comfortable, to go do things like that. And it's hard to be down when you have Bron on your team, Russ, AD, Melo, Dwight, all these vets, man, that had not so good years, and they know how to deal with things like that, man. So it wasn't that hard on me because I got a lot of support, man, for those guys.
Dave.
Like, I got two quick ones for you. One, on your role with the team, when we talked to AD last night, in a very short list of the guys who was responsible for the team's success this year, or lack thereof, and what will be responsible for it moving forward, he included your name along with his and LeBron's. Do you feel like you have developed a camaraderie with those guys where you could be a part of whatever this team goes to move forward? Yeah,
for sure, man. Me, AD, and Bron, man, was talking a lot before the season even started about things like that, and how me playing off them and those guys playing off me would work out, man. And just big kudos to them for just being there for me and saying those things about me and letting me come here and be myself. So, yeah, I definitely see it, man.
And secondly, this isn't directly pertaining to you, it's the order of that we're talking to guys. Russell just told us that he never felt a connection with Frank, and considering that's the head coach and that's your starting point guard, as a teammate, someone sharing the locker room, did that relationship or lack thereof affect the vibe of the team this year?
No, not really, man. I think that's more personal, and him being more comfortable in his shoes. They never really let that come between us and the team and you know, you feel me? So yeah, I think it's way more personal with those two guys other than a team aspect. So.
Bill.
Malik, a lot was made about the number of Hall of Famers and All-Stars and Defensive Players of the Year and everything that had come together, and obviously those pieces didn't all fit. But I'm wondering for you as a young player who'd never been exposed to players like that on a regular basis, like how did playing with veterans of that caliber raise your game, affect your mentality? How do you think that shaped you as a player this year?
Yeah, man, that was a big part of it, man. Because if I didn't step up, those guys were gonna let me know, and they was gonna tell me that I need to. And it changed my mindset, like you said. It definitely changed my mindset to be more locked in, because I know I didn't have as much wiggle room to have errors. So, yeah, man.
And then as a follow-up, there was a point in the season where Frank said that you could catch fire, sort of like gasoline. And I was wondering how you felt about my nickname for you, Gas Leak.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
For sure.
You get it on your basketball reference page.
I like that. Gas Leak. That's fire.
Don't like it.
That's fire. Yeah, yeah. You like that?
No.
Oh, you like that?
You gotta check building codes, man.
Gas leak.
You don't want leaking out of the.
That's what people say about you when you eat too much bad food.
Nah. Light it on fire, you're gonna blow up.
There's something to it, I suppose.
BT,
Gas leak.
Yeah.
Since you're gonna become a free agent, and there's a lot of money to be earned out there, what's gonna make you comfortable with having a high salary versus being comfortable with where you're playing, or coming back here to play?
Say that again.
Okay, you're gonna be a free agent,
Yep.
and there's a lot of money to be earned out there. Is it more comfortable for you to earn a maximum salary, or to come back and play for a team like this that perhaps can't give you your true earnings?
It's a good question, man. It's really me being comfortable, feeling like at home, whether that's here or somewhere else, with little money or more money. It's just me really feeling at home. At the end of the day, most of the time, I mean, the money matters, but I know what I can do on the court, and I can go out there and earn that, and I think I proved that. So, yeah, it really just me feeling at home and wanting.
Alan Sliwa on Zoom.
Hey Malik, I'm just curious, what are areas of your game that you're hoping to focus on in the offseason? Are there specific things, you obviously had a great season, but are there other areas of part of your growth that you want to focus on?
Getting stronger, man. Just getting stronger to hold up bumps on the defensive end. Other than that, I just continue to do the same thing I did these last couple of years, and which has been working for me. So.
Chris Sosa on Zoom.
Hey Malik, hope you're doing well. After that so demanding season, how better player do you feel overall? What did you see as the biggest leap of your game?
Becoming more mature as a man and a basketball player. That's really the biggest thing that grew with me, man. Because I had seasons like this before in Charlotte, and I wasn't playing as much too, so I had to deal with that and the losing part. And now I was playing, so I just became more a mature man.
Jovan.
Malik, you almost started half the season after not starting much previously in Charlotte. Do you have a preference or a comfort with starting versus coming off the bench?
No, not really, man. It's whatever the team want me to do. I'm comfortable with whichever one they want me to do, man. So, yeah.
Kyle.
Malik, you talked a lot about just how tough last summer was with just the Lakers calling. How does it feel to kind of have this year behind you and presumably just come into a free agency with just more leverage and more desire, or well, more market, I guess, for your services?
I really feel about the same, man, because I don't wanna get too ahead of myself and feel like I deserve some way more than I do, man. So I'll just come in it like I did last year, man. Like I have no offers, so I can work a little harder than I did, and try to just get way more overall round with everything, man. So.
Mike Shuda.
Malik, you're 24. Your scoring efficiently at the NBA level seems pretty well established. You know, 3-pointers, finishing at the rim mid-range. Do you feel like the other parts of your game you can still grow a lot in, whether it's defense or on-ball decision-making, passing? Are there certain areas of strength that you feel like you can still go up another level at?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Everything, include my scoring, threes, free throws. My free throws is terrible this year. I ain't like that. But yeah, man, I think I can grow on everything, man. It's never a spot where I cannot grow in. So.
Any specific feedback with that when you talk to the front office or coaching staff about those levels, or you're saying you're still keeping it broad?
Yeah, I'm just keeping it broad, man. That's coming from me. Not really. I haven't had those conversations yet with Rob and them because we just got done playing yesterday. So I think that'll come along. But yeah, man, just everything, working on everything, getting everything better.
Brett, you have a question?
Yeah, Malik, have you allowed yourself to kind of say, okay, last summer I kind of gambled on myself with a one-year deal, took the minimum, and now it's working out pretty well in periods. Have you allowed yourself to kind of say, good job on that?
I was trying to today until I had these media and the exit interview. But yeah, man, I'll go back home today and really just review and see how the year went and just really reflect on it and pat myself on the back because it definitely was a hard year for me. Hard summer too, man. So I'll do that after this.
Last two. So Dan, you have a follow-up, and then we'll end with Brian Kamenetsky on Zoom.
This was like a pretty tough season on a lot of different fronts. And I apologize because we didn't get to do this last night. How fun was that for you to be up there with Austin in that moment and kind of just sort of the weird serendipity of the world that you guys would get to do this season together? Yeah,
man. We've been saying it all year. Two Arkansas guys from the same area, Northeast Arkansas. Super small town, super rural. On one of the biggest organizations in the NBA, if not the biggest, and actually having success together. We said we'll never see something like this again. We might, hopefully we do. Hopefully we get more talent coming out of Arkansas, because they've been sleeping on us. But I think me and him did a good job of waking people up.
Sleeping during a gas leak standard.
See, that's even better.
Don't want you going to sleep for?
You don't want to sleep during a guest. You don't want to sleep.
Don't go to sleep on me. Yeah. Nah, yeah, man. It was just great, man. We talk every day, still, about making history and doing things like that and being up there together. It was amazing for me, man, and that's my boy for sure.
All right, last question on Zoom will be Brian Kamenetsky.
Hey, Malik. I'm still on the fence about the whole gas leak thing, but we'll see. I'm interested. I don't expect you to comment about Russ specifically, but just kind of talking about that idea of being comfortable. Read, heard you talk about, the time up to this point and earlier points in your career. As the pro, what is the impact on your game when you don't feel comfortable, when you aren't feeling like you're, kind of in the right spot or accepted or what you do is valued? What is the impact on you as a pro? And then for you particularly, what changed this year, when you did feel better?
Oh yeah, it's mentally draining, man. And it's you'll be inconsistent because you're always in your head thinking, and you really can't play basketball thinking. You got to go out there and just let it play, let it come to you. Because if you're thinking about what's going on, everything like that, you're gonna be super inconsistent and off your game with every aspect. And with me, I was comfortable from the beginning. Like I said, this was the only organization that called me and gave me a chance to prove that I'm a basketball player that deserved to be in the NBA. So I was comfortable from the get-go. I never really got out of my mind with things like that because I've been in Charlotte and I've been in situations where I wasn't playing as much and things like that. So I was super comfortable coming in here.